Stands by the window, stares at the morning sun. She hopes for a clear view before the day is done. What can you do when you head over here?
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video I am heading out early to an appointment, so I wanted to share with you my outfit of the day. Any links I can find I will always put in the description box down below for you. Our project we are working on today is updating the front porch. I want to create a big beautiful wreath for the front door, maybe add a new rug just to make it more seasonal and welcoming. I'm also sharing a simple and delicious recipe and my updating planning system to take me through the rest of the year. So if you are new here and you like these types of videos, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. It's really exciting to see that the craft stores are putting out all of their fall colors. I would really like to find a pre-made wreath to go on my front door, but I usually can't find what I'm looking for, so I end up making it myself, which is fine by me. I love all of the beautiful fall colored flowers that Michaels has. Now I'm also making a stop into Target to see if I can find a new mat or rug for the front porch, so we will see what I can come up with. So I gathered some things from what I already had and from my fall haul last week, and I'm going to try to see if I can assemble something to put a wreath together for my front door. As you saw, I ran into Michaels. Our Michaels wasn't fully stocked yet with fall, but they did have some really nice things. One of the things that I picked up were these galvanized metal sunflowers. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers, and I really thought these were cool. I got the smallest one, a medium-sized one, and they also had a really large one. These were, I think, about 30% off, so they were a really good buy for me. I'm going to try to figure out a way. I think I'm going to use this medium-sized one on the wreath for the front door, and then the smaller one on a small wreath hanging from, my hallway mirror that's over my skirted table in the foyer. While I was there at Michael's, I picked out a couple different flowers to use. I thought these deep kind of orangey burgundy flowers would be really pretty in the wreath. They would show up really well. And I also got a couple of these pumpkin and berry picks. And then I also picked up these pretty pale kind of leaves. I guess they're leaves. They're really not a floral, but I thought I could kind of mix them in a little bit as well. I already had a wreath that was in my collection. I think I even got this from Michael's. Oh my goodness, probably in the spring sometime, and I had it on my front door and just like a little spring arrangement. So I have it hanging here on my door. I'm going to work a little bit to see if I can put something together, and I'll show you what it looks like along the way. This is what I have so far. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep it this way or not, with all like the design off of the one side. But I'm going to play it out and see what it looks like. Here I have cut a couple of those really pretty kind of orangey burgundy flowers. These little flowers here I've had in my, in my stash for such a long time. And I'm trying to weave in a few little leafy greens and some lamb's ear. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more and we'll see what it looks like. I went ahead and added some of those really pale leaves to the top here and down at the bottom, and I really think that it might be done, like with the florals. Once I get the bow on there, I'll see if I have to add anything, on the top or on the bottom there. Since this wreath is going on my front door, I don't like to use any hot glue or anything because it'll just turn into a big mess. And sometimes that floral wire is really rough on my fingers. So what I like to do is I use my favorite twine and I just take bunches of the flowers, lay them into the wreath where I want them to be, and then I tie them on with this twine and just, you know, snip the little edges off. This is what I use for so many things decorating wise, and it has always worked really well for me, and everything stays nice and secure and doesn't get blown down the street. Since I switch out my wreath so many times, you know, throughout the year, I keep everything, and I have like a drawer that is just full of bows that I have used, you know, all year long. And this is one that I had in my drawer. This is one of my favorite ribbons. This is like a gray and white buffalo check. This will show up really well. I have a black door, and sometimes if I used, you know, any ribbon that has a little bit of black in it, it kind of just fades into it. So I think this will stand out really well. I have a little extra ribbon too that I could make some tails coming from the big bow and just make sure that it looks, you know, full enough for the size of the wreath. So I'm going to get this on the wreath and we'll see what it looks like. So yay, it's all done. I think that it looks so pretty. I decided to tuck the tails of the ribbon, you know, in the back there so you can see a little bit of color peeking out. I think it'll really stand out well, you know, against that black door. And this is usually the time that I look at a wreath and I think, you know, do I really want to put this outside, or should I find a place for it somewhere in the house? So I'm hoping that it goes out on the door, but you never know, you might be seeing this in one of my home tours, like in the living room or dining room. So I'm pretty happy with it, and it was really quick to put together. It took me less than an hour, and it really does help when you have, you know, bows from previous uses tucked somewhere. You can pull them out and add it to a new wreath. So I have a really simple, delicious recipe that would be perfect for a special occasion, or if you have some friends over for dinner. This dish has so much flavor and it is so easy to put together. What you'll be needing for this recipe is some Italian breadcrumbs, flour, a couple of eggs, a whole bunch of everything but the bagel seasoning, and some chive and onion cream cheese. I'm going to be using the cream cheese that I bought at Aldi's in my most recent Aldi's haul. So far, everything that I've tried from Aldi's has been great. And of course, you'll also be needing some boneless, skinless chicken breast. I always like to get all set up with my dredging stations. I add a little bit of hot sauce to the egg wash. It really doesn't add heat, but it does add a lot of flavor. I've mixed the everything but the bagel seasoning in with a little bit of breadcrumbs and added a little bit of paprika and garlic powder. Next, I'll put a little slit in the side of each chicken breast and put about a tablespoon of cream cheese inside, and then I'll dredge each piece in flour, egg, and then the everything but the bagel mixture, and place it in a casserole dish. I baked mine at 400 for about an hour. I always check with a meat thermometer to be sure that it has reached the proper temperature. This chicken is just delicious, and I've paired it with some of my pasta primavera. I've shared this recipe so many times on my channel, but it's still one of everyone's absolute favorites. This is always such a huge hit with anyone that I serve it to, and it is such a quick and easy recipe that it's perfect for a weeknight meal. So I have some planner stuff to share with you. I'm going to share with you with this little haul and also my current planner setup. Now, truth be told, this is not even my haul. This is my daughter Rebecca's haul. She's a huge Star Wars fan and Star Trek and all that nerdy stuff, and she just fell in love with this collection from Erin Condren. So let me show you what she picked out. I want to show you really quickly. Here, let me turn it so y'all can see it. All the cool stuff she got. So the first thing that she picked that she loved is the softbound focus notebook. And She is a very notebook-oriented type of girl too. She does a lot of bullet journaling, she does a lot of note-taking, and she draws. So this was something that she thought she can really get a lot of use out of, and she just loved that it had such a cool design to the cover there with all the characters all done up in gold, and C-3PO has always been her favorite Star Wars character, so we were really excited that he was included on the cover. She also picked out the Star Wars sticky notes. Let me open those up for you. And she just loved them just because they were so different. You know, they have the, I don't know what that is, the Millennium Falcon maybe. And she has all these other little sticky notes to use with the lightsabers and all the little characters there in the middle. So this was something that she was really excited to get a hold of. And then she also got a monthly planner. This is such a beautiful planner. It has that vegan leather cover with the embossment here, and then on the inside it has, you know, the like blueprint of the starship and all that good stuff. Now this is the customizable monthly focus planner. She loved this one because it is undated, which would allow her to, you know, leave and pick up the planner as she needed it, so it's not in a consecutive order. This way, you know, nothing is wasted. There's also several lined pages that follow each month, which will give her the space and opportunity to bullet journal. That's just the way that she really loves to plan. She said this would be great for tracking her goals and just, you know, staying on track with things. She was very excited about the Star Wars collection, and I don't blame her. It is really very cool. So I'm gonna go put this back in her room, and then I'm gonna show you my current planner lineup and how I'm using it. Today is Sunday, which means that it is planner day at my house. This is the day that I set aside that I sit down with my planners and my stickers to plan out my week. I have been using both my daily duo and my weekly planner to help me set goals and get things done throughout the week. So I brought you in a little bit closer so you can see how I've set things up in my daily duo. Now, the daily duo is an hourly planner. It has time stamped from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. I really do not plan that way. So what I've done, I've taken some extra stickers and just covered up those time stamps. Now these are stickers from Daily Dose of Stickers. It's an Etsy shop I think I shared with you a couple of weeks ago. I really love the sets and kits that she has on there. They're always so bright and colorful, and they're just enough to add a little bit of something to your page without really overpowering it. So I have this all set up to use as a to-do on a daily basis. If I do have an appointment that I need to get to, I'll usually put it, you know, like first thing on my list here as what time I need to be there, where I need to go, and then it leaves all this space open for planning. I am somebody that has always made to-do lists, and having a book to keep it all together, you know, on a daily run has really helped me very much to get the things done that I need to get done, because, you know, if I don't get it done on a Monday, I can just turn it over and, you know, add it to my list on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I just sit down with this either the night before or the morning of and plan out my to-dos. Because I have been using this planner as my daily to-do list, it's also a space where I can, you know, write down the errands that I have to go on. I can create a grocery list or a shopping list. It has freed up my weekly planner so that I can use it to be more focused on family and home projects and content goals. For my weekly planning, I've been using the Erin Condren Horizontal Life Planner. It's the one that I have used for years now. It just really works well with my brain, I guess. And the stickers that I use in this planner are from Sweet Kawaii Designs. I talk about them all the time. It's my favorite sticker shop. I just think that her colors are so great. I love her sense of humor, and it just really, you know, it looks so cute in the page that it really helps me stay planner focused. So this is the planner that now really holds a lot of our family activities, our home projects. I like to make lists for things that, you know, we need to get done. Right now we're working on our master bedroom, so I can plan out what days we can work on certain aspects of those projects. It also frees up a lot of space so that I can do future planning. I also list here the meals that I'm going to make for the week, and I also use this planner to help me with my content planning for YouTube. This is a system that has been working really well for me this summer, and I really think it's something that I am going to take all the way, you know, through the fall and the end of the year, especially with the holidays coming up and so much more being put on our plate. So I will put links down below to the sticker shops that I mentioned and these planners. I have been thinking of doing monthly plan with me videos, and if that is something that you guys would be interested in seeing, please leave me a comment down below. You know, planning is a big part of my everyday, and I would love to share more about it with you on my channel. So thank you so much for watching today, and thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. These past few months have been a struggle for me. Some of you know that I have a very close family member who is terminally ill, and it has been very difficult. I appreciate your continued prayers and understanding, and as always, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.